Hi and welcome. I'm so glad you found my channel. My name is Erin, and on my videos I show you how to create DIY bath and beauty products. So let's go ahead and get started with this week's video. Today I'm going to show you how to make 2 exfoliating cleansing oils. Both of these cleansing oils are hydrating and moisturizing and are formulated for all skin types. The only difference is one of them contains ingredients that are vegan friendly. So let's go ahead and get started. To begin making the first exfoliating cleansing oil, I'm adding some caprylic triglycerides. This ingredient is very lightweight. It will cleanse the skin and leave it feeling nice and soft. Best of all, it will not clog the pores, so if you have acne-prone skin, this is a great ingredient. Next, I'm adding some jojoba oil. This is actually not an oil at all, but rather a wax. It is a very gentle oil, safe to be used around the eyes, and it will not clog the pores. I'm going to go ahead and add some grapeseed oil. This is very moisturizing. It's a lightweight oil that is easily absorbed into the skin. What I love about this oil is it has some cleansing properties to it. So what that means is it will help to remove any excess oil on the skin. Great for using to remove makeup, and it is very good for all skin types. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some beeswax. I am using beeswax in this formula because it will help to thicken up the cleansing oil and give it a nice texture, but it is great for moisturizing the skin too. Okay, so now it's time to go ahead and heat everything. The goal here is to gently melt down the beeswax until it's not visible anymore. Please do not boil your ingredients because it will make them less effective in the finished product. The beeswax is now melted. It is still a little too hot, though, for me to go ahead and add my remaining ingredients. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside for about 3 to 5 minutes until it gets to about room temperature. Now that everything has reached room temperature, I'm going to go ahead and stir. You can tell here in the beaker that things are starting to look a little more cloudy in appearance, and that's okay because the beeswax is starting to firm up a bit. Once I have stirred everything, I'm going to go ahead and add my exfoliant, and this is jojoba beads. Now, jojoba beads are really great for exfoliating dead skin cells. They're safe for all skin types, including sensitive ones, and I'm only using just a little in this formula. After adding those jojoba beads, I'm just going to give it a quick stir and then pour it into my dropper bottle. This will make actually 2 dropper bottles, for me at least, so about 4 ounces, and it will thicken up just a little, but not by much. In a separate beaker, I'm going to show you how to make the second exfoliating cleansing oil. This is the one that has a lot of ingredients, or most of the ingredients rather, that are vegan friendly. So I'm going to be adding some sunflower oil. This is great for hydration. It has a lot of antioxidants. It's great for reducing redness and inflammation on the skin. And I like it because it can be used for all skin types. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add some apricot oil. This contains the vitamins C and E, which are great for anti-aging, improving skin tone, and adding hydration to the skin. Almond oil I'm going to go ahead and add next. I'm using very little in this formula, but this is a great ingredient for helping with scars. It's great for sun damage. It's anti-inflammatory. It's also very moisturizing too. This next ingredient that I'm adding, carnauba wax, is a vegan alternative to beeswax. It is very hypoallergenic. It is non-irritating on the skin, and it will give the finished cleansing oil a nice thick consistency. All right, so just like the first cleansing oil, I'm going to gently heat this. I want to make sure that that carnauba wax is completely melted. Now, what I found is that this wax actually took longer, about 30 minutes, versus the beeswax, which took me about 20 minutes to completely melt. So just keep that in mind when you are heating this. The carnauba wax has completely melted. Again, it's still too hot for me to add the remaining ingredients. So I'm just going to go ahead and set it aside like I did earlier in the first formula. And just again, you want to make sure that it gets to room temperature. Once the ingredients have reached room temperature, I'm now adding some jojoba beads. So not only are jojoba beads vegan, but they're also kosher as well. And they do provide a nice gentle exfoliation on the skin. After adding those jojoba beads, I'm going to go ahead and stir this. This time I'm going to stir it for 5 minutes. I feel like I need to stir it a little longer just to make sure that everything's nicely incorporated throughout the rest of this exfoliating cleansing oil. Now time to go ahead and pour this into my dropper bottle, and just like the first cleansing oil that I showed, this too makes 4 ounces of product. I wanted to show you how to use this oil. So what I've done is I've added a couple drops to my inner arm and then just gently rubbed this in. Once I have rubbed it in, I followed up by using a warm washcloth and then gently removed it from my arm. And it did leave my skin feeling nice and soft, and I would recommend using it no more than a couple times a week. Here are some substitutions for the ingredients that I used to create these 2 formulas today. So when it came to the waxes that I used, you could use for either of them sunflower wax or rice bran wax. When it came to the oils, the only one that I would recommend is going to be hemp seed oil, and that is because this oil is great for all skin types. So thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more DIY formulas, don't forget to like and subscribe.